So good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. 2021 British Grand Prix GB9, final event of the year. And we've got Chris Alexander versus Stewart Colclough. Main event, winner round 2. Let's go. Looking forward to this. This was my pick of the round. This should be a pretty level match. And either of these players could actually go very deep. Obviously, I would say Stewart's kind of a prolific semi-finalist or quarter-finalist. He pretty much always kind of makes winners qualification unless he gets a dirty draw. Chris Alexander's made it deep in US Opens. I think his first event here, he may have made a final or semi-final or won a challenge event or something. He did something. He travels a long way from, I think it's Jersey, or is it the Isle of Man? It's one or the other, or it could be neither. But he definitely has to get on a plane to get here. I know that. And so he's pushing out, and pretty sure he's going to get that back. Jump to nothing. Well, I say nothing. The 2 does pass between the 3 and the 9, but he's going to need some help getting there. And he's still got to make the 1 ball. Let's see what he's got in his locker. Remember, he put himself there. Very short little jump stick, this. So anyway, somehow he's managed to get the white on the table and he's made contact and he's not completely sold out. And what's happened here? I feel like I've missed something talking to the technical director. Anyways, Chris has changed cues since I last see him. He was using a traditional American pool cue, and now he's looks to be using like a hybrid / Chinese 8-ball version. So he's been tinkering, and he's really overcut that 1 ball. They throw completely different, the traditional American pool cues and the stiff ash cues. Pretty good effort that from Stewart to screw straight back and get back on this 2 ball. You can dig into the rail and back out for the 3 in the same pocket here. He's really good at them pinch draw shots, Stewart. He's got a really nice stroke. Coming from a snooker background, he's adapted really nicely into the American pool world. Hits the ball lovely. I really actually don't understand why he's not done better, really. Well, I think he's the wrong side of straight here, so he's going to have to probably try and punch up a little bit. If he can get anything past the centre pocket here, and he'll be pretty happy. Unless he can draw back between the 6 and the 7. Oh wow. He really got into that. Not really sure what angle he had then if he got there so easily. He didn't really punch it. Maybe a little 2-way shot here. Play this into the side and just soft screw behind the 7. Definitely think it's worth taking on. If I can ask you all, please take full advantage of this free live stream and like it and share it. Make sure all your friends know about it. No attempt at the pot there, just all out safety. It's a good safety. It is a good safety. It's enough off the cushion that kicking and sticking is tough action. Not sure how much of that rail to the right of the 7 he can see anyway. Oh, he can obviously get to there, so he's got a chance. Kicking down at 2 rails. Needs to push it past the 9. No, sir. So, nice easy rack now for young Stewart. Ball in hand, job done. 3 balls in the open. Ah, well, Jim, I'm glad you've mentioned that. He's now known as the lesser brother. Because obviously Mark is the better brother. So we've nicknamed Ryan the lesser brother. Apparently he will get it on his shirt for next year. And bless him, he tried. No, it was nice having him in here. Top class is your boy. He's a pleasure. I still can't believe he's not 30 though. Christ, it's some hard living up there in Scotland, huh? Jeez Louise. I thought I had hard paper round. Poor old boy. So young Stewart to break up in this second rack, leading 1 rack to 0. Lovely guy, Stewart. One of many on the tour, it's got to be said. And that 3 ball, I'm pretty sure, has made it just past enough of the line that Stewart's made points. Points have made prizes because he is plumb on this 2 ball. So Stewart looking to play 2 rails across here, just under the middle pocket. And leaves himself a nice angle on the 4 ball. I'd have hit that a little bit harder to get off that rail. So I actually think I might be tempted to sorry, I can't spit my words out here. I think I'd be tempted to come back round the 5 with this angle. I don't know what's going on. Don't know. Something's distracting somebody. I don't know. Let's watch a Dynaspheres video while we let them sort themselves out. Oh no. I think Stewart's coming back. I think there's something going on the outside. Anyway, yeah, let's watch a Dynaspheres video. Oh well. So we're back. So yeah, and Stewart's, well, rightly in my, excuse me, let's go back to that. Rightly, in my opinion, has gone round the 5 and back again. So play the same sort of shot. Doesn't want to overhit this one though. This is a soft spin. That's not to bring the 7 into play. So now you can just kind of, he's got options here. He could probably play for the 7 in the side, in the left-hand side, or he can swing it around again and guarantee being the right side of the 7. Yeah, he's made sure of being the right side of the 7 instead of overhitting it, so that's perfect. And just pull this over. Jim, the boys are back in town. They just do what they want, these Fleming boys. Last 16s and wins and this and that. Mark's on a great run. You must be proud of him, Jim. Couple of good QS, these boys. I've heard you weren't a bad stick back in your day. Back when Noah was building that little boat. Some chef you though. I'm looking forward to getting up on the northern border and treating myself to a Fleming steak dinner because they look epic. The boys are spoiled. So 2-0 Stewart, Colclough. Let's have a look at some scores around the room. Rico ticks Jim Telfer. That could have well have been a stream game today, but obviously Rico's been on here today. Phil Wildman, Richard Jones also could have been one. This winners in round 2 and loser round 2 has got some unbelievable draws thrown up in it. Nice Scottish battle there. Obviously, I know Jim will be fuming because Ryan's 4-1 down, but even that could have made it on here, really. The Scots support the tour unbelievably. I might have put that on if I'd seen it, to be honest. Yeah, I knew he had Lee. Ryan told me in the when he was in here. But to be honest, it's probably one of the easiest games nowadays, Kendall. You know what I mean? He's just about as old as you, isn't he? Just about. So Chris has got a decent look at this one. It's just positioned to the 2 is. I'm not sure how available the 2 is into the top right. I'm not sure how easy the 2-7 combo is, or whether he just needs to play in a position where he can lay up the 2 and put the white behind the 7 ball for a lock-up safety. If he can punch it over, kind of to the top right-hand pocket, the white ball somewhere around there, and just push the 2 past the 7 and lock the white in, then that would be perfect. I'm not sure how much it. There you go, something like this. Just probably a foot or so short, but you may just be able to thin the edge of this. Yeah, I have heard you're older than mud, Jim. But, you know, you're still a good old boy in my books. I've got pasties, pies, and I know I'm guaranteed a steak dinner if I ever make it to Scotland, so you're all right in my book. I think he's having a go at the combo here, and I'm not really sure. Yeah, well, you know what? He's played it pretty good, and he has given himself a shot. I do feel like he needs to chop this back into. Well, I actually can't tell. I don't think he can chop it back inside. So he's going to have to dead weight it into the top right-hand corner and try and hold up for the 4 ball in the bottom right. Not sure how easy that is. The angles are very deceiving sometimes. Can't come twice across, so it's quite hard to judge what he's doing, Chris, with his cue. Kind of, it was in the middle. That needs to pull up. I think that has just pulled up in time. Sorry guys and girls if you had a little bit of a intermittence. We lost a few of you. We are back. Just a little glitch in the old server thingy-majiggy, or Wi-Fi whatchamacallit, or something like that. But we are back, so don't forget, give us a like and a share, and you know we'll be here. You'll find us. So Chris just working his way through this rack. He's got to put a good stroke on this, you know. He's not perfect on this 8-ball. You'd either want more or less angle. This is kind of one of them where you've really got to force the white across and out, or run it round. He seems to hit low on the ball, Chris, no matter what he does. So there you go. He's put a half decent stroke on it, but he's a bit short. Well, I can't see him missing too many of these, I've got to be honest. There you go, and made light work of it. Light work. Let's watch a video. So Stewart Colclough to break, leading 2-1. He's made the 1-ball, but I think that's all the points he's going to get from this rack. So that is a non-compliant break. And Chris has got a half-decent look at this 2. Like, I would say he's a good 60% to make this. It's just getting position on the 3. I'm not really sure how he does that. It's a strange one. If he could actually hit the 9 full gently and stop the white dead, I think he'd be perfect on the 3. But not sure how easy that is, because these balls on the table do play quick. Oh, he's loaded that up with side. How good is that? I wouldn't have fancied that with that cue, I've got to be honest. He's played that dreamy. Loaded it up with English. Yeah, good game this will be. Pigeon picked good. Oh wow. She scratched. Wow. I've killed him there. Pigeon picked good. Scratch. Oops-a-daisy. And these are about as nice as they get, these final 6 balls. This, well, I'd fancy the technical director to get these, because this is centre table positioning.
And I'm terrible.
Granted. I've seen him miss balls from the com box. So anywhere near the blue spot, kind of for the next 5 pots, and Stewart's out, because you can't miss the balls if you're in the centre of the table. Jeez Louise. He's tried to make hard work of that. Maybe feels like he's a bit straight to get high on the 8 in the side. Wow, this has been a bit of a careless couple of positional shots, really. Have I done this frame or what? I said I've completely ruined them. It's like he's played for the 9 but forgot the 8. What a life. Who'd want to play with me commentating? Just want to ruin people. That's good. That's a good shot. That'll do. So he took him the hard way, but he took him nevertheless. And Stewart Colclough will lead 3 racks to 1. Right. Chris, you won't want to lose this rack. You don't want to go 4-1 down again and then have your opponent break in, that's for sure. So important rack this in the context of the match. And that's gone all sorts of wrong, that one.
Illegal break.
I think Stewart can drag this in, yeah, with a bit of check side and play short side of the 2 here. And for me, that's the key to the rack, because you get under the 2, you just got to float that in, run forward, you know, a foot or so. You're going to have a nice angle on the 3. Oh wow, he's gone at it full-blooded. Wow, he might fluke the 2 here. Nope. And he's stuck the 1 up. I don't know why he's hit that. Oh, maybe he just felt like he couldn't hold up short side. I just felt like that. Hitting it short, playing for it short side, if you did butcher the pot, you kind of had a lot of cover with a 5 and 6. But not to be. So Chris back at the table. And as I say, he needs this rack really. Doesn't want to go 4-1 down against the break. So this is the key positional shot to get from the 3 to the 4. So 2 to the 3, 3 to the 4, and then you've got a nice big area down the side of the table to get nicely on the 5, and 6 is not too difficult either. So we'd love to be somewhere between the... Oh, sorry, I've lost my words. Excuse me. Oh, he's played that side. That's not too bad. It's not atrocious, but it needs a hell of a nice stroke, this, to straighten up this cue ball. 1 rail between the 7 and 9. So going to require a good stroke. Nice high ball, bit of check side. No, gone. Wow, he's had a bit of form there. Because again, he's got a shot of this 4 and natural position. Just make sure you pot the 4. Nice high ball, come down the side. Come down the side. Come down the side. So that's not ideal, but he's going to have to stun into the 9 here, and he's going to have to stun into the 9 here and make sure he kind of holds above the 6. There you go, that's perfect, and leave yourself high on this 7 so you can either screw out 1 rail needs to get up that. Yeah, just got up enough. So just screw up past the 9. So a bit of bottom inside. There you go, perfect. Oh, I say perfect. Setting up short side of the 9 now. I think he's just got to stun this in. So just stun this in, I think. Oh, wow. Just completely unnecessary. Just, I suppose, like, he wants to put a solid stroke on it, but just wouldn't be for me, that. Imagine if he misses that. Your head's in the bin. But that was the frame he needed, and it's now 3 frames to 2.
Wrap 6. Focus the right. Leading 3 wrap 6.
And like Chris needed the last one, Stewart will very much want this one. Wants to keep his lead. And wow, don't know what's happened there, but yikes. That's not a good break. Butchered. Absolutely patted it. Pat butchered. Or Frank, if he was your preferred EastEnder. What a legend. Comic genius. Oh, wow. Oh dear. The only thing we can say about that shot is really it's not left anything. And not left the easiest, the safes really either. Yeah, queuing over this, I'm not sure what I would do. Don't know if you can send the 1 underneath the 9 and just kind of pull the white back like a couple of feet. There you go. You know what? If that pulls up, which unfortunately it's not. Chris actually got really away with that. Like it's a tough safety. Tough safety. So Chris has fortunately got the right side of the white ball that he needs to check this up. Just come past the 8 and have the 2 in the adjacent top left-hand corner. So just drag this in with check side. Oh, he's not got into that at all. He's hit it thick. And now he's no man's land. He's very disappointed with that. He had a lot of room for error down the right-hand side of the table there. So, praying to the gods here, the pool gods. Just be giving this a... That's disappointing. Disappointing with a 1 ball hang over the pocket.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
So, trying to find a problem here, and there really isn't one, to be honest. Just land anywhere kind of along that yellow spot line here, and you can swing the 4 in. Maybe 4 to the 5s, maybe the hardest shot of the rack. That. Well, he's decided to play for the thicker side of the 4. So just swing this around the 9 towards the 8 maybe. But he needs to get past the 8. There you go. And now, again, you can screw this between the 9 and the 8. Head towards the 6. And then all your hard work is done and you should be out. There you go. Just leaving yourself nice big natural angles. Move the white around the table. Back yourself to make... Most players at a decent level will back themselves to make the pots if they've got the right angle. My goodness, completely decelerated on that shirt. And it's unlike him. Got a double steady Q action on his shirt. So just, I reckon this 8 will be hitting the back of the pocket. Nice big deep stun shot. There you go. Give it a levering. Make sure it gets to the back of the pocket, and then you're in nicely on this 9, and you're 4-2 ahead. Stewart Colclough. The old chairman looked 4-2 up on Apples, the Hall of Famer. So, giving him something to think about. He's hit them really thick, Chris, and he's actually gonna have his best outcome yet. So you can just float this 2 in. This 1 in and come short side of the 2. Would like to just have an angle to come kind of on and off the cushion for the 3 in the top left hand corner where he is now. He's actually got to punch this out now, I think. So he just needs to make sure I get past the 8. Back himself to make a long straight 3 after this 2, and then he'll be along and away. So one toughish 3 ball here, and this is the key to the rack. Jonesy was losing. Tough match that. It's not the nicest draw. Nice shot that from Mr. Alexander. And yeah, it's just so. I think he's actually a little bit unlucky. He's 1 bridging over the 7, and he's got a bit of the off angle. But I think the 5 goes into both corners, so it goes past the 8 and it goes between the 7 and 9. So. Kind of just make sure I'm making the 4 really, and yeah, that's just no good. And that sounds horrible, I know, but if you make sure the 4, he's going to have a shot on the 5 there. I think you try to give it a bit too many beans. Needed less beans and more accuracy. Kind of take what the table gives you a little bit. Bit like what Stewart's done there. He's not really pushed the boat out. He's just going to back himself to make this 5. Maybe pull this around 2 rails. I'm not sure if you can hold it 1 rail. Oh, he can. Easily as well. But he's going to end up straight in on this 7, I think. Or close to. No, you can just pull this over, I think. Anything above the blue spot. And he'll just be happy to slide this in down the rail and natural position on the 9. And it's got to be said, Chris has missed a couple of chances here. Yeah, he's good at them, Stewart. He's just tall bag. Doesn't try and pinch anything. So 5-2, Stewart Colclough. So you kind of think you get to 6-2 up here. You kind of broke the back of this match with the way Chris has kind of let him off the hook a few times. But he's a bit unlucky. He's really made sure of getting into that white ball and giving himself the best chance. And I think he's got no shot. So push out declared. Don't know where he's pushing to. Might just dink the white here myself and just hop the 6. If you get it back. If Chris takes it and gets away with it, great. If you get it, so be it. If he's got an edge of it, there's an argument for kind of trying to send it past the 2 and locking up behind the 5. I'm not sure how easy that is. Yeah, he's going to leave it. Oh, obviously doesn't go past the 5, the 1 ball, surely. You wouldn't leave this if it does, because, well, you just wouldn't. You wouldn't leave someone an open pocket like this, surely. I just cannot believe that doesn't go, though. Let's go that, right? What do we reckon, people? I reckon this 1 ball goes. Not saying he's going to nail it, but I wouldn't have left it. Yeah, it definitely went. But it's a good. It's kind of a 2-way shot, I think. Stewart in a world of pain here. Trying to find a route. Top rail, side rail, under the... No, that's going to go closer to the 4, so that's not going to work. Missed the... above the 3, 1 rail, 2 rails, just before the side pocket. Under the 9 towards the 4. Oh, wow, this is tough action. I think you've almost got to go at this 4 rails, but I'm not sure if you can miss the 6. And then you've got to miss the 9. This is tough. Well, I won't want this shot for all the tea in China, because you could look the right sausage trying to play this. There is an argument for just pushing the ball kind of safe somehow, but I'm not even sure I can see one of them. I don't know. Answers on a postcard, please, people. Yeah, just try to tie up the 3 with a 5. Give us a wave pigeon. Kaplunk. Kerplunk. Yeah, it was technical director said it's a flap, not a wave. Mr. Penwell, hope you're well, mate. Hey, hope you're still recovering speedily from your op. And you're obviously on another Facebook ban on your second account. Unbelievable. It's like every time I do GB9 commentary, you come up as Kerplunk. Or is it just because you don't want the English 8-ball players to know that you prefer watching American 9-ball? Ooh, conspiracy theorist. So I think this 3 goes. Wonder if the 7-9 does. I wonder if he's going into the 9 here and holding for the 2. Yeah, that was risque. Very risque. And if he moves out the way, there you go. You can see he's definitely not on that 2. But I think he needs to hop over this and potentially play the 2-5. There's a bit of trouble here, young Chris. Unless he's got the thin edge, if he's got the edge, you just push the 3 underneath the 5 and the white above the 3. Just play a good safe. Yeah, I wasn't a fan of that. I'd have rather just played safe. Good man. Well, you let me know when you've saved enough pennies and I will drive down south and we can have a knock. So Stewart going to have to get right into this cue ball and pull it back across. And that looks to be perfect. So just one railing out in between the 4 and the 5. And these are drop-ins really, because natural position doesn't matter about being straight in on the 4, because you can just stun out on the 5, plumb on the 6 and job to good 'un. These are as close to get as drop-ins as you're probably going to see in this match, I would think. There is not a hard positional shot to play. Just about keeping yourself together now. And someone like Stewart does not fold on these. Someone like Pigeon, maybe. Like a cheap tent. Just gone. Folded. Keeps it simple to Stewie. There you go. See, I feel like Chris Alexander might have pulled that back about 6 feet and tried to play the 9 in the same pocket after watching the one of his shots earlier. So 6 racks to 2. Stewart Colclough. You give me too much credit, mate. I am currently garbage. Literally, absolutely garbage at the moment. Every time I get my cue out, I do question my sanity. But maybe. You know, you've had a lot of time off, but you was improving. Great guns. You was improving before your op. So good luck to you, mate. One of Paul's nice guys. So this is kind of a tough positional shot if you're going to try and play on this 4. You're going to have to go to the top rail and back with inside English. Trying to get past the 9. It's a very tetchy shot. Definitely feel like you're more likely to snooker yourself than not. played that well. Played it really well. Slightly overrun it still. Wonder if he can just roll this in and still hold for the 5, or whether he's going close to that 7 ball. No, he's fine. Feel like he just pinched a bit actually there. So depending on his angle here, might have to play under the 6, or whether he can play 2 rails around the 9. So high inside. Come around the back of the 9, a bit risky. Don't know if he can go 1 rail. No, he looks like he's loading up with inside, so needs to make sure of getting around this 9 here. No, he's made the sensible decision and he's played short side, which is what I would have done, because it does go in the side past the 7, and it also goes in the top corner. I think the angle was a bit deceiving here. I'm not sure he can hit enough of the 9 playing this into the side to guarantee holding on the 7. So I think he does need to really make sure of playing this into the top bag and floating the white on and off the rail. Just put a nice firm, solid, straight stroke on this. There you go. Well, it's not solid enough. He's on it though. I don't expect Chris to miss this, to be honest. He's a good potter of the ball. Can just float this down. Natural shape on the 8. There you go. Just soft screw back. Obviously he's never backing against him to make this, but it could have been a lot closer to it. Centre bag, obviously 6-3. Game back on. Looking at them scores and them draws, it's mental how many good matches there could have been on the stream. It's unbelievable. It really is. It's like, and a lot of evenly matched good draws as well. It's oh, Stewart's lost his cue ball again there, but he's got a shot. He has got a shot. I can't really tell what a 2 ball is just yet with Andy there. Okay, so yeah, this is not the nicest of shots, I've got to say. It's not really sure how we can play this and get nicely on the 2 ball. Guys, if I can just, guys and girls, if you're out there, I can just remind you to give us a like and a share. Very much appreciated. Our sponsors appreciate it. Give them max value. And you can spin it around the 5. Wow, I actually, well, obviously he's missed the pot, but I wasn't sure that shot was on. It was tough action. And Chris is now the right side of the 1 ball just to come down. He'd love to be on the 2 ball now, to be honest. And then you're guaranteed to be kind of out, really. I make it sound like it's a given, but this is probably the hardest shot, getting the right side of the 2 to get on the 3, and he was perfect, although he's played that really well. So now I'm pretty sure he can just stun this in, or screw this in, whatever you prefer, and be perfect on the 3, come back across for the 4, and it's kind of about using your angles now. Stun that over a bit. I would have stunned it back. Anyway, punch this across between the 8 and the 9 a little bit. Oh. Well, I would have wanted to stay away from that 8, to be honest. But it's okay. So just come back across for the 5. Stay away from that 8, Chris. Stop bumping it. Oh, that's... Fortunately, you can just... This is Johnny Aguilar. This is... There is... What is there? How many tables we got here? We've got 16 tables here, and there's outside games going on all weekend. We have 1, 2, 3 tournaments. The main, the challenge, and challenge 1 and challenge 2 being held all over the weekend. And finals will be Sunday evening. So, Chris Alexander. Ooh, went in the back of the pocket, but in the back door. So that's 6 frame racks to 4. Hi, Sean. Yeah, I'm well, buddy, and you? I am the opposite of beard up. I am coffeed and watered up. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself, pal. These are just open events, mate. Just open events. This is the GB9 kind of, what do we call it? GB9 kind of national open tour. It's anyone can pay their money and enter, and we openly encourage it. We have ladies, we have men, we have wheelchair players. We have anyone who wants to play. Pay your money and take your shot. You know, me personally, I'm not a massive fan of closing off events just to amateurs. I think, you know, especially in this kind of arena, you have to mix it with the big boys. You have to take a few knocks and a few beatings to help you along your way in improving your game. You know, a couple of good bust-ups kind of encourages you to improve, and you're always learning from every loss. You may not think it at the time, but you know, with every loss there's a lesson. So, what a jump shot that is, by the way. Don't get many of them in a pound. And he is plumb on the 2. I actually think he may be even 2 plumb. I think he's pretty straight on the 2. I'd love to be able to find the rail, go forward and back out. We will find out. Yeah, we miss you here, Sean, as well, mate. It'd be good to see you back next year, hopefully. I know he's hitting with a high ball, so he thinks he can get to a bit of the rail. I'd love to just kind of get across to that brown spot, although no, he looks like he's hitting low and trying to stun across. So he was no good. I think I might play the safe here now. Try and get behind the 8. Good man, Sean, that's what I like to hear. I think you have to play safe now. There's just there's no point potting this 3. Not going to be nicely on the 4. And then you've got to kind of develop the 5. It's not for me, this. Definitely prefer playing safe now. Chris is not holding back here by the looks of things. I'm actually not sure he didn't try and overcut that and play behind the 7, but I'm a bit confused because where the white ball's tracked. I'm actually not really too sure what he's played. Could have been a million and one things. That's it, Sean. It doesn't come much better than a weekend at Telford with your little Paul family, right? And that's all Watford gappage, that. This free ball is on. It's on like Donkey Kong. On it like a car bonnet. It's just looking where he can land with a cue ball to put this 4 underneath the 5 and time up. So just about potting this and leaving himself the right angle to play a lock-up safe. Oh wow, he did try it. Wow. Well, just a little safety here. Been off the edge of the 4. Glue up behind the 5, I think. I think it's going the other way. Sending the 4 into the back of the 5. I think he's lost the plot a bit, to be honest. Let's do well to draw a foul out of this. I actually think you could go rail first here, spin the 4 below the 5 and hold on the 8. And it's going to be close. Oh, wow. Obviously not. Because that would be definitely something that Stewart's playing. I think this is too much cushion first. Oh, no, he's just hit it good. Oh, wow. Oh, the technical director's got excited. I think that's glued to the 8, right? It's going to be close. I'm not even going to... I can't guarantee anything from this far away. I wouldn't be able to see this if I was right behind it. I'm blind as a bat. Well, I think we're going to miss. We're going to go to camera 3. I think we've got a better angle. Chris just said shot. And we can see... Oh, he's moved his arm. Oh, no. Can we see an edge? Oh, now he's just... Hold on. We need to budge Andy out of the way a little bit. Oh, no. This is no good. Oh. Yes, quick. Stay there. Quick. He's... oh. Oh, dear. It's all gone on. I was all fingers and thumbs for a second there. But Chris has stuck the 4 ball up. But this 5 does not slide past the 8. I don't think you can even pinch a bit of the rail. It's I think it's too much to ask. I think that's a lot of rail you pinch in there. And you've got to hit it quite hard to get out for the 6. I could be wrong. My eyes are not great. But might even be tempted to try and screw back into the well, he's not going to do it from there anyway, surely not. A million. Well, not a million, obviously, but I don't fancy this for maybe 3 out of 10 from what I'm seeing, but I could be seeing it all wrong. If he can get under that first diamond, I suppose, to the pocket, he's got a chance, but it's quite hard. No, you know what? He could get that way further past the 8 than I thought he ever could. He's played a great shot. I'm not taking that away from him, but I didn't think he could get that deep. Blind as a bat, Pigeon. So one solid stroke here. Come a couple of times across. And Stewart Colclough is looking quite a comfortable lead, 7-4. We can just get out here. Queued up nicely, you know. That was a way more difficult shot than it looked. Judge the speed, screwing up. So simple 8 to 9 here. Wow, he's just pulled out of it a bit there. I think he was overly cautious and over hitting the ball. That looks a bit thick, but in it goes, and that's 7 racks to 4.
Rack 12, Stewart Colclough to break, leading 7 racks to 4.
So I could be wrong, but I feel like Stewart's changed sides here. Yeah, definitely. Chris breaks on that side, Stewart breaks on the other, and well, if that one didn't hit the top of that point, I think he would have been absolutely perfect. And he can consider himself unlucky there because he hit them good. It was a nice sound. It was a good cue ball. Just unlucky the one hit the point. And he's doing a bit of manoeuvring. So wonder Stewart just plays this rail to rail, puts it under the 5. I'm not sure what he's done there. I'm not sure he's played anything. Not really played the pot and not really played the safe. Just dumped it over the hole. So Chris can play this 2 rails round to the back of the 6 and up above the 2. And must win frame this for Chris Alexander. God, he's just missed that 2. Got into that. Does like to put a nice solid stroke on the ball. So just like a soft screw off the rail here. He's not going to be able to get too close to this free ball. Oh, he's hit that really good, you know. He's got way closer than I thought he would. Hit it like a dream. So personal preference, 1 rail or 2 here. I actually like 1 because I think you can hold the line. It needs to go. Needs to either go or slow. I think you can just come between the gap of the 9 and the 6 here, and somewhere up to where he is now would be nice. I think he's going to try and dig in. I actually like coming through the gap, I think. Just play this with like high outside. Digging in. Oh, he just missed that 6 ball. If you hit that 6, the white's just going to ping up past the 8. And you're dead. But he didn't. And he is perfect. Let's come 2 rails across, I think, here. And he's pulled out of that a little bit. Just needed to put a firmer stroke on that. Fully expected him to make this actually though. Past the 9, you can put a nice solid stroke on this. Come like 3 rails towards the 8. Just hit this with a high ball. And I think you'll go short rail, side rail, short rail, and back towards the 8. Certainly expect him to go close. Pick your spot. Let the white do the work. Let's see where he plays it. See, he plays it my way. Oh wow, he's dug into the rail and he's asking for help here. And my goodness, did he get it? It's amazing what the balls will do for you sometimes, and what they don't in others. So some scores from around the room, and Phil Byam and Richard Jones has tightened up. Damien Matthews in the lead against Kev Simpson. That's a tough old draw. Adam Stevens still 2 racks up on Darren. Lee Creighton and Ryan Fleming now 6 each. I think Lee was like 4 or 5 1 up on Ryan. And Ryan Wishett still keeping ahead of Elliot Sanderson as well. Unbelievable, Jeff, some of these draws. And Tom Staveley only 3-2 up on Kevin Daff. Got to be honest, I don't know who Kevin Daff is, but he's mixing it with one of the big boys there. So good luck to him. Some tasty draws there. Even Andy Lester in Real Madrid, to be honest. Andy can play. Not played his best stuff on the streams, but definitely plays good on the outside tables. So Chris de Break, and if he can draw just one frame behind here, he'll be over the moon. And well, he's definitely making points there. But well, I think he has got an open look at this 2-ball, but don't fancy queuing many of these in. I've got to be honest. This requires rifle-like queuing, and I'm not your man for that. I am not your man. Queuing round corners, yes. Queuing straight as a die, maybe not. See what Chris says. He says, no, I don't want no part of that. I'm going to play safe. Can't get away with that. And he hasn't, I don't think. This 2-ball is on. And Stewart can come 2 rails across. Just get past the 8-ball. And she'll be nicely on this 3 into the top left. Needs to get off the rail here, though. There you go. So now you can just... Well, actually, I don't know if you can. I think you might be a bit straight. I'm not sure if you can stun around the 8. Might have to pull this back, which is not ideal. He did, but queued it nicely. Okie dokie. So you can either just drop this in 1 rail for the 5 in the side, or you can spin it round. Decided to spin it round, but didn't spin the white enough really there. Just but again, just float this round 2 rails. There you go. And he's very good at that kind of shot, just floating round the rails. Stewart. I like to just soft screw this with outside, so just put it back up the rail a little bit, but Stewart's babied it in for the 8 in the side, and you know, that's each to one's own. But if you're down the wrong side of these centres and you've got to force the white out, it's not for me. But Stuart's happy with a bit more distance than me also. This is just a black off the spot, so an ex-snooker professional. And Stewart Colclough makes the hill first. Leading 8 racks to 5.
Okay, rack 14, Stewart Colclough to rack, leading 8 racks to 5.
So, Sean Beresford, you will be better off messaging the main man himself. And if he hasn't, then message me, and I can point you in the right direction.
Push out call.
Obviously, a lovely set of balls, the old Dynaspheres, very popular. So there you go, just push into a jump. And one of the jumps he played earlier, I am not surprised. Yeah. If he nails this though, we'll just have a Chris Alexander highlight reel, shall we? This is... It's a great push if he nails this, to be fair. I just... he needs to get that white ball down. That one ball's obviously a lot really close to the rail, so if you hit the rail on the way up, you could lose it, but he's got the white ball down. Oh, what a result that is. That's the problem with all them balls up there. You had a lot of good things that can happen. I liked the push. I really did. I think Stewart can play this one rail though. Oh, he can't play it the one rail he wants. So unfortunately, he's going to be definitely relying on a lot of luck getting safe here. But the 2 ball is tied up, so hello. He hasn't got safe, and it was highly unlikely to do so, pushing the balls into open play. But so Chris probably just needs to play for a nice lock-up save here. There you go. Just looking to where he needs to leave it. Let's play a dirty safety. Well, it must be said, he's butchered that a bit. And it'll also be said, I really do feel like he's losing a lot of the shots that using that stiff old ash cue that he's using. I think he needs to kind of have a little think up to himself, go back to a traditional American pull cue. You just don't get the throw or the spin that you would like. There's not many people that can play the game with kind of a hybrid snooker cue. Mark Gray is probably about the only one that can get away with it that I know of, to be honest, at a high level. But, you know, he doesn't play American pool like, you know, American pool players. You know, he plays to his strengths. That's a good result. So Chris will be thinking where's my role? But you make your own luck. Stewart's played some good stuff. Chris has definitely been the what's the word I'm looking for? The player that struggled the most in this match. Let's put it that way. He's played a few wayward ones. Oh wow, how thin do you that? He still managed to. I think he's actually left an edge. I don't fancy me hitting it. But I think there is a little bit poking out, which is unbelievable. Has he done that? The thinnest of thin edges has been snicked. Right, Stuart. Eye test. Yeah, that'll work. Doesn't hit the knuckle. Oh, does hit the knuckle and gets behind the 9. Even better. So Chris back with the little short stick, going airborne again. Try and bank this down and get the white behind the 3. Well, he's hit it, so good things can happen. Well, he's not stuck it up, so he would have had worse results, but Stewart can definitely bank this back towards this between the 3 and the 7 and try and get the white behind the 5, I think, here. Just float this down. Oh, wow. Well, that's the safety. There's not really a lot of risk in that, but... Is it jumpable? Chris is having a look. So I think he needs to get over a bit more of the 5 than he would like. So he's going to have to kick at this. And these are awkward, these. Like, to judge, he's hit it good. He's going to spin. Is he going to hold behind the 4? Not quite. But no harm done. Not really. So, what would I do here? Let's have a think. I don't know. Maybe bank it 2 rails around the 6. Oh, there you go. Again, just keeping it simple. Why am I not seeing that? You know why I'm not seeing that? Because it's midnight. And I am overcomplicating the game. That's a good shot. And that is lock up as well, I think. I don't think you can get anywhere near this bottom side of the table. So, Chris Alexander is bang in trouble here for his tournament life. Or at least his winner's round life. Whichever you prefer. Being a bit dramatic as well, also. Ooh, you do get 2 bites in the cherry. Yeah, this isn't too nice, this. I think he's got to find a way of locking up a ball here. Maybe just, well, bridging over the 9. You're maybe trying to push the 4, kind of 2 rails onto the 3, lock that up. Well, I think you're a million here to play that shot. I just don't think you ever get enough pace in it. I think the 4 2 rails into the 3 is probably about your only hope in this frame. or unless Stewart misses, obviously, but it's rack, I should say. This is tough, very tough.
Foul.
Need something to go safe. And, worst case scenario, really, is push the 2 up the table, making position on the 3 even easier. So anywhere on the bulk line, really, here for the free ball, and you can stun up for the 4. Anything just off straight from the 4 to the 5, and I've got to be honest, I just don't see Stewart missing from here, because you just need to not leave yourself straight on any of these balls and you should be out. 5 just leads to the 6, open table. These are pretty nice, to be honest. Even I'd fancy getting close to getting these. Land anywhere on the 7, you just stun it in, leave yourself a shot on the 8, and 9's just sitting there waiting in the centre of the table. Sure, it doesn't miss too many of these. Shot is 5 to the 6, really. He's definitely going to get on the 5. Just whether he leaves himself straight. I think he's swinging this around 3 rails. And yeah, that wasn't for me. Just screw out. Just, wow. Have I done him? Is that my fault? Do we think? I think it must be. I think just a soft screw out to kind of anywhere between the brown and the blue spot would have sufficed there. Oh well. Is this? Is there another twist in this match? Jim, if you scroll up the comments, there is a link to the live scoring, but we will check the scores between racks anyway. This is a good effort, this. Very good effort. Has he got away with it? Yes, I think he has. Oh, there you go. Technical director's gone the extra mile. This is a bit of a tetchy one. I think he's got Yeah, I don't like playing this. I'm just going to push it to the rail, right? I know he's going to try and bank it out and screw the white ball out. Yeah, that's a good shot. I'd have actually played it the other way and banked it out and screwed up around the 8. I've got a sneaky suspicion that Stewart might be pretty close to in on the bank here. And I would be having a go at this. Wow. Can't turn them down. Ever. Doesn't matter how good I play the safe. For the win. Long bank. Sign me up. Sign me up, Buttercup. I am in. I reckon I'll be in bed in about 20 minutes and asleep in 25. Let's go. What's Chris got here? Yuck. Nothing nice. The only thing is, he has glued that white to the rail. And... oh, Stewart's in the way. There you go. He's just moved. That is straight in. Requires... smooth as silk, like cueing this. This is one of those balls that you're down on and you're saying to yourself, don't move, don't move, keep your head down, don't move. Literally, I can almost hear his thoughts. And that's no good. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy by any stretch of the imagination. My imagination is wild. dear. Oh, it's just such a crazy shot that to go anywhere near that 7. Mental. Could end up flat on this 7 as well, yeah. These aren't out, I know that. And he's just managed to get up off the rail enough, I think. Really. Just on the wrong side of straight, or kind of, or it's just making hard work of kind of a lot of his finishes here, Chris, and it's. I'm not sure. That's yeah. See, it was the shot on the what was the first ball? The 5. Yeah, there's the shot on the 5 that just done it for me. Just the wrong side of the 6, and then just chasing. Again, I might have a go at this long bank here. Don't see many players here playing them, do we? Just don't. Oh, he's going for the cut. I think he's had enough. I think he's had enough of dogging finishes. And that's a thin one. That's a thin one. Well, Stewart will be having a go at this. That is a fact. There'll be no more safeties in this. I know. I actually get on really, really well with Chris, and he is a really nice guy. So he won't mind me saying, go back to your old cube, pal. Because I feel like you've lost a lot of your touch and your feel for the game. Yeah, it's a good shot, but you might be on the 9 here. Yeah, so this is going to be a funny go. This is going to be fun. This is going to be a couple of little. Oh, I think Stewart actually has to play. Just drop the 9 to the rail here and leave. Well, unless he can get Finn. I can get Finn. Oh, that's okay. I thought he was. Oh, he's all right. It's always the risk. I thought he was a bit flat on it to get it thin and keep it to the rail. So, one good bank, Chris. What's he looking at here? That's. Oh wow, he might get away with it. Oh no. No, there's no getting away with that. That is absolutely perfect. Well, not absolutely, but yeah, it's about a quarter inch off straight. Stewart just throwing his back arm out there. Just can't miss these. Not for the match, you can't. Well done, Stewart Colclough, and that's 9 racks to 5. And we will be back in the early hours of the morning, probably about 10 a.m. And I hope you've enjoyed your day's entertainment. And sleep well, sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite. And I'll catch you all tomorrow. Thanks very much. Goodbye.